Good morning, y'all. Lisa here, Family Food. So last night we went to a friend of ours for dinner, and they made duck. It was very delicious, and I took home the bones, and I'm getting ready to make a duck stock. I'm sure it's gonna. This guy was a really fatty guy, so I'm sure it's gonna render off a lot of fat, and I'll probably hold on to that duck fat. That's some good flavor there. But my friend, had bought some stuff to try and said she didn't care for it. So she said, "You want it?" I said, "Sure." So I got a box of some kale veggie burgers. I'll have to try. These, she said, are like some veggie tots or something. These are some little dumplings. I actually think I tasted these at Costco the other day. The kids will like that. And then they had a ham over the holidays, and she saved me the bone. And it actually has a good amount of meat on it, so I just stuck it in the freezer. And I don't know, maybe like a ham and bean soup. I'm thinking that's going to be really tasty. So I need to clean out my freezer here. So I'm going to try to eat from the freezer for a bit, and still got all that delicious food that we made last week. So eating that as well. We'll get the day going, get the stock going. That'll be really good. My duck stock just finished. I'm calling it stock, but really I just cooked it in some water. I didn't put any salt or anything in there. There's all my bones. I'll probably pick through and see if there's any meat on there. And I thought, you know what? Because I want to clean out this freezer. I have this ham here. It's frozen, and it has a good amount of meat still on it. I thought, why not make a ham and bean soup? And I'll use the duck stock instead of like chicken stock. So while this is nice and hot, because this guy is still kind of frozen, I'm going to put the ham, in this duck broth, and I'm going to make sure it covers it, first of all, and then I'll just kind of pressure cook it to kind of defrost it a little bit. And then I think I'll take the ham out, take off the meat, and then I'll have my kind of ham stock, and then I can add my beans and my vegetables, and I think this is going to be a really delicious, flavorful soup. I just wanted to mention, so this was the duck, and we really ate through that duck, but this is after I pressure cooked it. Look how much, it took me 10 minutes, and I went through, I do this when I do chicken, when I make stock. There's so much hidden meat. I mean, this is a good amount of duck meat here that I can put on a salad, or I can freeze, I can do whatever. But Jen and I watched a documentary yesterday. It was a food waste documentary. And it was saying that 40% of the food gets wasted. And a lot of it is from the home. And this just goes to show, I mean, this was duck bones. I mean, most people would throw that away. Here's the ham bone. I mean, still a good amount of meat. But, you know, after you've been eating for a couple days, most people would just chuck it. But I've got a nice stock now, and I'm going to make a delicious soup. I'm going to take the meat off of here. Yeah, it might take a little effort, a little time to, you know, make something out of a leftover or package it away for another day, but this is what you got to do. We need to stop wasting food. And the cool thing about it is that most of the stuff we throw away, if you just take the time to do something with it, you end up making something really awesome from it. So I just wanted to mention that. You guys really are awesome. I love hearing what you've been doing with your leftovers and different things that you're making, and I think it's really inspiring for people to read, and it's just really a habit, guys. Just making a little bit of a lifestyle, a little bit of a habit. And once you start putting it into practice, you realize that you just end up with so much food and for so little. All right, that's my tidbit here. I'm going to take the meat off of this ham when it cools. Breakfast this morning is going to be a smoothie. I've got a lot of fruit that needs to be used up. You guys know I buy all my bananas on discount, apples. So I've got a little banana in here, a little apple, a little milk, cinnamon. For my greens, I've got a nice big collard leaf that I crumbled up in there, and a little ice. And I'm going to whiz this up and be a nice, light little breakfast For lunch, I am going to use some of these collards I had set aside for the chicken salad. But the rest of my chicken salad's in the freezer. I took out the stem, and I'm basically making a salad wrap. I do this all the time. It's one of my favorites. I love to use nori wraps. I haven't been able to get to the Asian food store. They're the cheapest. Otherwise, they can get kind of expensive. Or tortillas, but I like to keep it kind of gluten-free and get a little more greens in. So I got collards here, and I love to just do a little bit of hummus, a nice spread that holds everything on. And I usually do hummus and sriracha. I keep it very simple. I pack my greens, and it's a great way to eat a salad. But since I have this sweet chili sauce, I think what I'm going to do is after I roll it up, I'm just going to squirt a little bit in for each bite, and I think that's going to be really tasty. So I'm rolling that up, and I got my stock here cooling because I'm skimming off all the fat. So I've been skimming the fat off, and I'll have it ready for my soupy for later. Here's what they look like all rolled up. So I just do it like a little burrito, tuck it in on one end, and look at that, got the nice greens in there. And I don't think I'll be able to do this one-handed, but I'm going to pour a little bit of this sweet chili sauce and just eat it. It's delicious. If you want to know how to make the sweet chili sauce and the hummus and about 5 other sauces / dressings, the last video I just posted, I give you all the recipes for those because sauces really make a big difference. Putting a bunch of this ham in some bags for the freezer. I like the little Ziploc bags. I try not to use plastic, to be honest with you, when I'm doing things in the house. But when I freeze, I like the baggies because I can press all the air out and I can lay them flat. And now that I don't have a deep freezer, it takes up so much less space. So this is what I got for tonight. I think that's plenty of ham. This is the kind of ham that, to me, I don't want a whole lot of. I just want it for the flavor and have it throughout. And I'm going to put this stuff away. I think it'd be good for like maybe some red beans and rice type of dish. So that's going to go in the freezer. Right, all the girls are having the ham and bean soup with a little bit of crusty bread. Avery had hers first, so hers is nice and cooled. How was it, Avery?
Good.
You said it was really good, huh? Mm-hmm. Is that good? That's like right up your alley, huh? Mm-hmm. You can dip the bread. You like it too, Rylan?
Yeah, I like dipping the bread in it.
Yeah, perfect. I know. I gave some to Jen, and I tried some. It's really tasty.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I'll show you when Jen and I put ours together. My friends that gave me the ham bone and the duck bones as well that we went over last night. I'm bringing some over to their house, a little soup and a little bread and stuff, so they can enjoy some as well. Sharing is caring. Right, Rylan?
Yep. And make sure that you go like, comment, share, and subscribe, turn on the notifications so you're notified whenever I post a new video.
Cool. I'm glad you said that, babe.
Eat the bread with the soup.
Eat the bread with the soup, yeah. Toast
really
some
good.
bread, dip it in the soup. It's really, really delicious. I'll tell you guys how I did it. All right, Jen and I are sitting down, have the big bowl of ham and bean soup, a little bit of bread. Got some leftover salad from our friend's house yesterday. Jen's finishing that off since I had salad for lunch. But yeah, so I just made the duck stock, and then I cooked the ham in the duck stock. Then I defatted everything, and then I added some beans, I added some carrots, a little onion, fresh thyme. What else I put in there? The ham, and potatoes.
Potatoes are in there.
And that's it. And I didn't add any salt because I know ham is like very salty. And I just added maybe like 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt at the end and a little pepper. But yeah, tell me what you think. I know you tasted it. The kids really enjoyed it. I love it when I make something and everybody really, really eats it and loves it.
I already tasted it and I couldn't wait to have the full meal. So.
Yeah, it's like dip the bread in it. Mm-hmm. So anyways, remember, always make food with love. Remember, always eat happy foods. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned Saturday. Jen and I are doing our little Q&A. We've got all your questions written down, and looking forward to that. So if you have any other questions, just leave it down in the comments below, and we're happy to answer it. But we'll talk to you real soon. Ciao, my friend.